Good morning, guys. Who we have here? We got Keith. Welcome, Keith. You liked before you even started. That's exactly what I like. Thank you for that. All right, we'll just kind of wait here for folks to kind of join us here, guys. To give folks a few minutes here to join us. I'm gonna go ahead and in the interim, display our risk disclosure for those who are coming in. They could take a look and understand. All right, so we'll just kind of display the risk disclosure here in the background so people can, again, understand that, futures carries a fair amount of risk and that I'm not here in any sort of investment advisory capacity. Okay, I'm here to provide general educational information about the markets, not to tell you or advise you in any sort of way. Okay. So we'll just kind of leave that there for the start here. Wait for folks to kind of join. Then once we have what I guess would be considered a critical mass, we'll go ahead and get started. Okay. Good morning, X-Men. Good morning, Tron. Good morning, Ziggy. Welcome again. All right, I'm just kind of waiting for some notifications, guys. Hopefully, just kind of curious. Are you guys getting notifications when I do hit that live button? Are you guys getting an email for those who are subscribers? I'm assuming that people who are subscribers will get some sort of notification. I am also posting these on my Twitter profile. So if you're following me on Twitter, yeah. If you're following me on Twitter, then I also post there as well. Okay. Today was on your recommended list. Well, it should be on your recommended list every day, Ziggy. Why would it be different today? I'm joking. Good morning, Shark. All right. Let's see. A little bit like to see. Okay, we're up to double digits now. All right. Again, I gotta have, guys, as you know, I do have the risk disclosure visible. I just want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to read through it. I think I have my settings wrong. Okay. Yeah. So again, guys, if you want to, one of the ways to get alerts is to subscribe to the channel. Okay. I do plan to add some more content here with respect to my methodology, with the way I kind of approach the market, and to support your journey as well as, I guess, again, guys, I've been blessed with some very good mentors in my lifetime. Okay. And I do my best to try to pay this forward. Right. So, and I also ask that of you. If you, more than just, hitting the subscribe and like button, if there is somebody out there who's struggling with their trading, tell them about what you're doing. Tell them, maybe give them some insights of what you've been able to pull out of these. Okay. Oh, you can't chat if you're not subscribed. Okay. I learn something new every day. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to forego reading the risk disclosure. Okay. I think you guys all understand. I think I see a lot of veterans here in the room. So I think you guys all know the risk disclosure here, that I'm not here to advise anyone. Okay. I'm here purely from an educational point of view. And I'm not here to sponsor any security company, fund, or instrument for that matter. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and say stop here. We're going to go ahead and switch to the news. Investing.com is my preferred. Okay, double check here, make sure that we are in the right page. Yes, we are. I'm going to go ahead and click on the economic calendar and kind of scroll down here. I'd like to basically filter everything out, all the other news. So I clear and I go down and I just select US. Okay. And then I go down to, I generally select 2 and 3 star. but I'm really more focused on 3-star events, to be honest with you. Okay, but it's always good to be aware of any news that could impact the markets. Okay, so it looks like we have a fair amount of news underway. All right, already. We got jobless claims kind of being reported. Looks like jobless claims are coming in line to what they had, I guess, under what they had forecasted, and coming in line to what they had before. Yeah, so it looks like we're filing less jobless claims, which is good, I guess. Oops, did I want to do that? No, I did not want to do that. No. Okay, let's go back again. Sorry, guys. I try to move some of these little advertisement events in front of me and messed up with the calendar here. So let's do this one more time. Clear all. Okay. And 2 and 3. And we're going to go ahead and select US. All right. And where is the button? Apply. All right. So go back to the top. Okay. We just went through the jobless pieces of it. We have a number of speakers coming in here. 2-star events. We have Speaker Bowen. We have Speaker William. Okay. And then we have the existing home sales coming in at 10 a.m., 3-star event. Okay. 10 a.m. is one of my times that I already kind of keep track of, because that's also the time that options expire, and if these options have some futures exposure, well, that they happen to affect futures, and often cause the market to kind of reverse in some cases. All right, so we have the 10 a.m. okay, home sales, and then after that we have another Bostic speaking at 11. And then we have Boston speaking again. I guess he's I was going to come in at 5:45, but I think that's well beyond the markets. You can't do any damage then, at least for us during the day. All right. Okay, so we got our news. We've kind of highlighted the times. Again, another a few speakers coming in at in about a half hour, and then we have existing home sales. Okay. So, all right. So that's pretty much what we have for news. So let's go ahead and share the charts. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay. I'm going to double check and make sure before I get, a massive number of posts saying that I'm not sharing my screen. Okay, so we're just getting comments about the number of speakers. So let's go ahead and open up with gold, guys. Okay, so let's see. We're going to go here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and open up this chart, guys. So we're going to leave this over here to the right. We're going to end up updating that here in a minute. Okay, so we on the daily chart. Okay, so we'll go ahead and open up the daily. All right, so here we are, another bounce, another bullish kind of development here, right? Again, depending on how you draw your channels, this could either indicate continuation, okay, if I go here, or if I draw my channels here, maybe it's more horizontal kind of action here, okay? So it depends. Okay, I'd like to get as many touches of my channel as I can. Not really a channel here, but let me go ahead and open up the drawing tool here. Locate my channels. Okay, so if I do something like this, right? Well, looks like I have a candle that's kind of reached outside of it. Okay. Or I could take maybe a little bit more kind of vertical, kind of sideways view of it. Okay, so if I remove these, okay, then I can encompass everything. Now the goal here is not to encompass. The goal here is to capture as many bottoms and tops of candles as I can. Okay, So, and the short of it is that we are still appear to be in a bullish trend in gold. All right, which is important to know. Maybe it's slowing its ascent, which is okay, perfectly normal. So on the daily, excuse me, on the daily, it's looking bullish. All right, so let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, similar kind of thing. Like maybe cause me to stretch this out a little bit. Maybe up to here. So it looks like we got a peak above. Okay, peak above, and it was rejected. All right. Now we kind of are maintaining that same kind of slow kind of grind to the upside. All right. So nothing here that indicates to me that the sellers have taken control of this market. Still very much looks like a market that's being controlled by bulls. Okay. Right. All right. So taking a look at the 30-minute. Okay. 30-minute really didn't do much of anything overnight. Maybe a slow grind higher. We got a sloping VWAP. We are above VWAP. We're above settlement. And we have a developing initial balance here somewhere in the middle. I'm not really excited by the location here at the moment. See, we're going to go ahead and draw in our volume profile. I'm not seeing, where's my ADRs? Did I hide them? ADR levels. Where are my ADR levels? And no ADR levels? How can that be? Wow. Okay. Even I surprise myself sometimes. All right. So here are our ADR levels. I'm going to go ahead and shade these in a little bit darker for you guys. Okay. Let's go over here. Let's go ahead and visibility. Oh, style. Okay. Right here. Make this a little bit darker. Make this a little bit darker. All right, nice and bold. Okay, so relatively in line here with others, a little bit lower, just I guess based on the price action we had yesterday. And lo and behold, look where we are. We're right up against ADR up to the top side. Okay, so let's go ahead and fill out our little table here of location. So we have ADR high here at let's call it, what is it, 24017? Does that look like, yeah, 24014? Okay, 21, oh no, not 21, 2401.4. Okay, and then ADR low is going to be looks like 2354.2, 2354.2, and then settle is 2388. What I mean by settle is short for settlement, so 2388.4. Okay, so these are kind of our levels that we're important, we care about. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my volume profile. Okay, I'm going to go back to the Wednesday, locate the 830 bar, drag across to the 430 bar, and that defines my range. Okay, so we're on the upper end of value. All right, still inside of it. And lo and behold, look where ADR is, right on top of an area reference level that we care about. Okay, we have value area high and ADR exhaustion to the upside. Okay, so but we are still very much in an uptrend. Now, the proximity of where this is, where value area high, ADR, and a couple of supply zones could provide us a recipe for potential reversals, okay? Either from here, okay, or from a couple of these. I don't know if you guys are seeing these. These are awful light. I need to figure out how to darken them up, but let me kind of widen this out here a bit, okay? But you see these yellow zones here, okay? These yellow areas, right? Well, these yellow areas are supply areas, right? So these supply areas could offer us areas for price to kind of reverse. Okay. We're starting to see, right? We're starting to see some selling wicks here, right? 1, 2, 3 selling wicks. No selling wicks before, but all of a sudden there's an interest here at these levels. Why? Well, ADR, value area high. These are all levels that we care about. Okay. So if I'm a seller, well, I'm at a location where I can reasonably participate in the market for a move, maybe back down to VWAP or beyond, maybe back down to settlement price. If I'm a buyer, well, I need to look at lower pricing. Okay, settlement price. So there's a demand zone. There's also value area low, and the ultimate one would be this ADR zone down here that we've kind of highlighted at 2388. Down here is a combined demand and ADR exhaustion zone. Okay, so that's kind of how I'm seeing the market now. The fact that we've broken, ADR here. Now we haven't quite broken it yet, but if we've reached ADR so early in the session, could cause this ADR could cause price to continue, right? It's a little bit abnormal for it to kind of hit ADR right even before or just at the start of the session. Okay, so that could indicate maybe some abnormal price action that could lead to higher prices. So we have to keep that in mind. But we are coming into some supply zones on the 30-minute chart here, right? You see here to the left, you look to the left, and we do see sellers. Okay. We do see sellers here around 2412. All right. So that's kind of what I'm seeing on the gold market. I'm just going to kind of take a peek here and see. Yeah. uh, Definitely teasing ADR. Okay. Definitely teasing ADR. So we'll see how that plays out. See if it provides us some indication that this area is going to be resistant. Okay. But until then, we still have another half hour before this, how we say, this initial balance is complete. Okay. And then at that point, maybe we'll have a little bit more visibility as to what the market makers want to do. Right now, it looks, kind of like grinding higher here. We have a developing bullish candle up against some areas of supply. I don't know about you, but I'm not really keen on running into a brick wall or even a wooden fence for that matter. Okay. I'm more inclined to see if I can find an opportunity to fade, okay, this market, even though I know that the daily chart and the 4-hour chart are all bullish, but I'm up against some areas that are going to be are generally resistant. So I'm going to look to see if I can be participating at lower prices. Okay. I'm not really a big fan of paying retail, as you might imagine. Okay. All right. I think that's it from the gold side. Let's go ahead and move on to the crude oil. So we're going to go ahead and change this to crude. Okay. So crude oil. All right. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. Okay. Put that off to the side for the moment. We're going to open up the daily chart. Okay, here we are. Again, not so still in an uptrend. Okay. We've been seeing some bearish price action of late, but where are we? Well, we are in an area, okay, where we are in an area of demand. Okay. See here, this congestion area here. Well, that's an area that price has left. We look to the left. This is an area where we've had buyers participate in the past. Okay. So market turning a little bit, bearish, but technically, if you look at this, hasn't really broken any structure, right? I could still draw a channel to the upside. Okay. So this could be an area, I say could be an area where price reverses from. Okay. Now, if we do manage to close below, then we start to open up areas below, right? But until that happens, peaking below and then reversing is not considered breaking, right? When I say break, I mean close below. So I need to see a close below 79.75 before I would start to say that the market has kind of gone from bullish to bearish. Okay. So still very much in a bullish channel, okay, in an area of demand, okay. So these are kind of little nuggets that we can take into the market. All right. So for our we have a developing bullish engulfing against an area of demand. I don't know why. Oh, I know why I have this. This was an area of support, got blasted through. Okay. So what was supportive is now resistant. Okay. Now this area, we can expect this area to offer some resistance, right? Because this area used to be prior support. Okay. So let's see. So 4 hour chart, I don't know, maybe a little bit more in the way of bearish because we're starting to see that it's breaking some structure here. It broke some structure here. We had kind of a little bit of a rounding top, I would say, in the crude oil, and now we're in an area where we could expect to see some support on the in the market. All right, let's go ahead and look at the 30-minute chart. So 30-minute chart, here we are. Gonna kind of stretch this out here a little bit. Okay, we have a series. All right, look at how well price has respected ADR. Okay, right here during the London session. I can't, guys, there's no magic to these levels, but when you see that prices reverse off of them, I don't, it stands to reason that you should take notice. Okay. This is just, I can't, how you say, I can't expect anything better off of an ADR level. We got a peak below, we got a doji, and then we got a candle to reverse off of it. Now we are coming up against, what I say is magnetic to price here at settlement. We are above VWAP, right? Now, if we have any aspirations of it hitting above, we need to get above this area of supply. Okay, what area am I talking about? Well, this area of consolidation. This entire area is an area of supply. Why? Because we had a reversal candle move away from it, right? Now, we haven't seen much in the way of rejection candles, but this is a fresh area. Remember, I was kind of talking about that on the daily. What was supportive becomes resistant. Well, this is the same kind of deal. If price leaves that area, it requires some price initiative from some of the market participants. Okay, chances are these market participants are going to want to participate again at these levels, right? If I sold some here and I'm coming back to the same price, chances are they're going to want to participate here. Okay. If not, then if we do a break above it, well, then we start opening up a window here for price to reach top of ADR. Okay. So let's take a look at what these levels are. So if we look at ADR high, ADR high is let's see, 83.26, was it? Yeah, 83.26. ADR high, 83.26. ADR low is let's call it, what is that? 81.30. Okay. 81.30 is ADR low. And then settle is short for settlement is 82.15. Okay. So these are the areas we're going to be looking at here. I'm going to be particularly interested in seeing how well what price does when it reaches settlement. Okay. And some of these supply zones above. Okay. One thing I have not done yet is my fixed range volume profile. So I'm going to go ahead and do that next. Okay, so I'm going to locate 9 o'clock candle from Wednesday, drag that to the 4:30 candle, right about there. Okay, so we are just coming, wow, we are just coming into potentially coming into value here. The only problem with this is, again, we have kind of a daunting kind of area, consolidation area that it needs to get through. If it does manage to get through it, then we have the possibility of getting through the entire range of value. Okay, I say the possibility because we do have ADR exhaustion to the top side, but interesting area. Okay, interesting area for me. Actually, all right, we are challenging potentially the a closing inside value here, which could serve as a springboard. The problem is we are up against a supply zone. Okay. So that could cause price to kind of, at least stall. Okay. So interesting location right now in crude oil. All right. All right. So let's going to see if there's any questions you got in at VWAP. Okay. Excellent. X-Man. I would say that you need to be careful about the areas that it's coming up against, but I like the location. All right. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back to this. Let's go ahead and look at the market that kind of have kind of a love-hate relationship with, and that is the Nasdaq. Okay. So the Nasdaq, we are going to go ahead and look at this market. All right. We're going to go ahead and open up the. All right. I'm going to double check here to make sure everybody is seeing what I'm seeing. Okay. Got multiple. Don't need that. Move this up for a second. All right. Let me double check. Everybody can see. Yes, they can see. All right. So looking at the daily chart, guys. So we have, honestly, some price action to indicate that prices are headed lower. Okay. We had a break of support here now, and we have a series of, relatively strong bearish candles. Okay. So market has kind of, I guess, shifted from bullish to neutral down to more bearish. Okay. So daily looking bearish to me. Looking at the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart. Okay. We are seeing a little bit of a staircase now. Let's see if we can hide some of these things. It's going to bother me. All right. We're starting to staircase lower, right? Falter, move, base, falter, base, falter. Okay. That's kind of what we're seeing right now. Okay. We're kind of in the middle of the ADR range, right up against settlement price, but we're about a half hour away from the open of the market. Okay. So let's take a look at the 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart. Okay. Looking at the 30-minute chart. Okay. So here we are. Oops. Didn't necessarily want to do that. Okay. Just trying to stretch out these areas so they become a little bit more visible. Okay. Widen this out here a little bit. Okay. Hard to capture everything in one place here. Okay. So, so we're kind of in the middle. We are below VWAP, which is kind of an indicator to me, sentiment, kind of like some of you folks use the, what is it, 200 EMA, right? And that gives us kind of a little bit of, bullish above, a bearish below, right? Kind of thought process there. We are, basically the VWAP is a little bit flat. So flat VWAPs don't offer as crisp a, what do you call it? A crisp as an indication as something like this. You can see here, right? We were in a trending, right? Trending down, and price came up. Didn't last there for very long. Okay. Price doesn't stay at a good price for very long, and then it continued its trek to the downside. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and do volume profile before I actually identify the levels here. So let's see if I can capture at least both. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and my volume profile, locate it anyway. There it is. I'm going to go back to the 9 a.m. It's not quite right, but I'll go back and fix it here. Okay. Oops. Right about there. Okay. Need to adjust this some, guys, because the start of this is not quite right. So I'm going to go up by an hour, in by an hour. And there it is. Okay. So we're inside value. Inside value days are not the greatest trending days. Okay. Inside value days indicate that price is going to stay inside range, ranging price action. Okay. VWAP is also telling us the same kind of thing. Flat VWAP, although price is below. Okay. Now, so far, settlement really hasn't offered much in the way of reversal, right? Hasn't. I say that, and it hurt me. So let's go ahead and identify these levels of interest. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my ADR high. So my ADR high here is looks like is about 17,825, 825, 75, 17,825, 75. Okay. To the top side, ADR low is, what is that? 17,511, 75. That's too many digits here. 825, 75. I think that was it. Okay, ADR low was, no, I lost, was I think 17,811. 8. Let's call it 17,513, 75. 17,513, 75. And then we have settle at looks like 17. Let me open this up. 17,658. I was going to actually call it at 17,660, but yeah. So settle is not set. Settle is 17,658.50. Okay. So these are our levels. Okay. Inside range. Chances are, well, I'm probably need to be a little bit patient with the market today. Wait for maybe initial balance extensions to indicate in what direction market participants want to take the market. Right now, it's for me, it's a little bit inconclusive as to the direction they want to take the market. Okay, we are in range. If anything, I have to, kind of favor the bears. Okay, but I don't favor the bears at the bottom. I favor the bears, up here, up at the top. Right. So would be quite keen in fading this market up at value area high or ADR exhaustion high. If I'm a buyer, well, I'm at a level now. Question is, do I think settle is going to hold? Well, if it's going to hold, price needs to get above VWAP. If it does manage to get VWAP above VWAP, then maybe we have a chance to get up to ADR high at 17,825. But these set of events need to happen. Okay, I can't predict that that's going to happen. I need to witness it happen and see how I can react accordingly and participate in that. But I let the market tell me what it wants to do. I don't dictate. I don't try to dictate to the market what it needs to do. That's a recipe for disaster. All right. Let's double check here and see if there's any question. Had to get out after making the max per day for 50K. All right. Well, excellent, X. Good start of a trading day. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look at the ES. Okay. So I don't know if do I have an ES? Should, but maybe not. Looks like I don't. Why is that? Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and modify this chart and make that an ES chart here. Okay, I'm going to call this ES. Okay, wow. It kind of looks almost exactly. Now, I would say that I'm going to forego the daily and the 4-hour review because I think you know exactly what kind of sentiment we're at on the S&P. But this looks a little bit more bullish to me. Now unlike the Nasdaq, we have a candle that is about to or looking to close above VWAP. Okay, same kind of look here. All right, same kind of look. I suspect once we draw a volume profile, okay, to draw a volume profile here, we're going to get the same feel, right? Now we're a little bit more in the middle, of value here. Okay, this is coming from something else here. Okay, middle of value, right? Flat VWAP, challenging VWAP, but it may not be as directional as we would like. Why? Because our VWAP is flat. So we can spend time, and this is probably where VWAP gets its bad name. VWAP is not a very good indicator in a flat market. Okay. VWAP is not a very good indicator when we have a flat VWAP line. Okay. Which side of the market are we going to participate in? To the long side? Okay. Or to the short side? Well, we've been to both and it's done nothing, right? It hasn't continued. So again, VWAP is kind of the area where, kind of it's just general balance in price here. Okay. So yeah, definitely I would say in a flat market, want to be careful with VWAP as an indication. Okay. Once it establishes a range, once it establishes a direction, then VWAP could serve or could provide you with a relatively good reference level to participate in a continuation trade. Okay. It is not, and I don't, again, there's no indicator that's the end all. Okay. That's going to give us an absolute indication. It is a multi-dimension problem that we have to kind of sift through. That's what makes trading so interesting, right? It is that arriving, taking all the clues that the market is providing and putting together a plan for you to participate in the market. That's where the beauty of the markets provide us. Okay, that's the challenge it provides as well. So okay, so if I'm bullish, well, I'm at a good place right now, right, to potentially manage a bullish trade. I have reacted away from settlement price. I am seeing that there are some sellers here, right up at this area here is ripe. Okay, this area here is ripe for sellers right here. Okay, I'm already seeing evidence of it. Okay, so I'm going to be cautious here. This could be a bull trap zone. Okay, a bull traps. They can trap a lot of bulls here and take the market back down. So I'm probably going to request or demand. I'm not requesting. I'm demanding. If I'm going to participate in a bullish trade, I need to get above this. I need to get above this. It needs to show me that they have the resources to get through this area here. If they can't show me that, I'm not interested. If anything, I would be interested in a short at that point, right? If I keep seeing rejection wicks away from this area, well, I'm probably going to say, yeah, I agree. We're going to continue lower, all right? Or we're going to continue in this range for the rest of the day. One of the two, okay? But I'm not going to participate in something where I see evidence of selling, okay? All right. Let's see. The last market we're going to look at is the YM. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and this one I do have a chart for. Okay. Oh, that was the YM. I modified it. All right. Let's go ahead and modify this to the YM. Okay. All right. Now even stronger. Okay. So again, we have a definitive, above VWAP here. Okay. So out of the order of strength, when I say strength in the direction of the longs, Dow stronger than all three. Dow is leading the pack. We have Dow, ES, and kind of lagging is the Nasdaq. All right. So price is reacting again off of a level, settlement price. Here we are, settlement price. We had an example, ADR exhaustion. I think it was in I don't know if it was in the crude market or the gold markets. So many markets have gone by. I think it was crude. Okay. So let's go ahead and open up the fixed range volume profile. Let's locate the 630 bar across to the 1330 bar. And here we are kind of challenging to go above value here. Okay. I say challenging because I do see that we have some here. All right. So we're at the edge of value. Okay. Maybe even have peaked above it. Okay. We don't have an initial balance range because the market has yet to open. No initial balance when the market is not open. So let's go ahead and figure out what our ADR high is here. Okay. So ADR high is, what is that? 38,236. 38,236 on the high side. Okay. Not 48, 38. Okay. 38, 236. Okay. And then on the low side, let's see, low side, we got 37,735. 37,735. And then settlement price is, let's open this up. Settlement price is 38,046. No, 38,790. So slightly lower. 37,990. Okay. Not settle. Okay. All right. Okay. So these are our levels. Okay. Again, if I'm a seller, I want to be a seller up here. If I'm a buyer, I want to be a buyer up here or off a settlement price. Okay. Yeah. So right now it looks like it wants to go up to ADR. I say it appears so. Okay. Now we'll have to wait to see what initial balance does. That's kind of another value area that's going to develop. And then from there, we can kind of decide what we want to do. As long as price stays above VWAP, we kind of have a sloping line in this market. As long as we stay above VWAP, I have to kind of err on the side of the longs. Okay. Even though I know on a higher time frame, we're kind of looking bearish. Let me take a peek here at the 4-hour. That's also a barometer for me. 4-hour developing a bullish engulfing. Okay. So that's another indication that it maybe price might want to higher here. Okay. All right. Let's see. Anything else that I want to add here? I think I've covered most everything, guys. Like I said, of the three markets in the equities, the Dow looks the strongest to me, followed by the ES, and then lagging is the NASDAQ. Okay. Let's take a peek here and see if there's any last minute questions. Looks like there is not. So I'm going to encourage you guys, if the content and the analysis is something that you want to continue to see, I'd encourage you to hit the like button. Okay. Give me some motivation to wake up at 5:30 every morning and come in and provide this analysis, provide this content for you. Okay. Yeah. So other than that, I would say trade well, trade safe, and be a market trader. All right, guys. Well, we'll talk to you soon.